we're going to start church, I guess, in the formal sense in April this year. But of course, because of COVID-19 throwing a bit of a spanner in the works, we went, well, what do we do now? So we had 6 people that had indicated that they wanted to be part of a formal church environment. So we started with them and just went, well, what can we do for these folks so they still feel connected spiritually, still have those opportunities to explore faith, be built up in their faith? Because out of the 6 people, they weren't all Christians. For some of them had never attended church, some of them have never picked up a Bible in their life, and then some have been Christians for a long time. So we usually work on a theme. This week, well, for the last, what are we up to? Part 3. So the last 3 weeks we've been doing temptation. So we've been looking at temptations, and because a lot of our communities struggle with various degrees of addiction, temptation it's for everybody, but particularly for that sort of group of people. And we always get coffees or hot chocolates, depending on what we have, and that's usually what we get donated in. So we've got a feelings prayer game, roll the dice. So we've got dice, my wonderful homemade dice. Often we'll hand them out the front, so if they've rocked up for some food or for some veggies or for a chat, which some of our folks do, we'll hand them the bag. Otherwise we go and deliver them. So we're going to go and see Mary. So Mary's in her 70s. She used to attend a church here about 30 years ago, just before it closed, and so she hasn't been going anywhere. Earlier on in COVID, it was that connection, that knock on the door, stand back, have that 5 or 10 minute chat so that people felt like they still existed in the world. There was still that connection, someone still cared. And because a lot of our folks were already socially isolated before being told to be socially isolated, to try and still have that connection for them. So we started with 6 people, we're up to 28. It's about building relationships with people and making that connection with people. Because of COVID, we can't open up our space. So every morning at 8:30, we put tables out the front door. In the days when we were open, it was twice a week we had a fruit and veggie market day. So people would come in at 1:30 and go across the tables and choose their fruit and veggies. Now we pre-bag them for obvious reasons, and people come and get a bag of fruit and veggies. They'll get some yogurt, they'll get some bread, they'll get some other items, and be able to take them to feed their families.
It doesn't matter who you are, it doesn't matter what you look like, come in. The welcome that people are given here is genuine. There's nothing put on. What you see is what you get. And for a lot of people, that's something that they may never have experienced.
They have a big heart, they're compassionate, they've got a lot of empathy. They're just there for people.
They're here to help you, they don't degrade you, they don't judge you. Like in Crying Lane, there's a lot of crime and a lot of poverty, and I think you just feel like you belong somewhere. It's a belonging place.
Unfortunately, the northern suburbs of Geelong get the bad rap in the newspaper. The hardship and the injustice is all over Geelong, but I guess it's sort of heightened on this side of town, and it has been for a long time, and so the people in our community view themselves in that light. For us as the Salvation Army, we want to change that perspective so that people are given worth, are given valued, and then begin to believe that. Because when they believe it, then their behaviour changes. We journey with people on their life journey. It's actually not about the stuff we hand out, it's actually about the journey, which is different for everybody. Northside's not the destination for people in the community, it's that stop off. So the stop off when they get lonely, it's the stop off when they don't quite know where else to turn, it's the stop off if they're hungry, it's the stop off if they're socially isolated, it's the stop off, it's not the destination. I think sometimes we can negate the importance of just building a relationship and for people to be valued. They're not just a person, but they are somebody and somebody of worth.